Hello, cannedcream here, CC for short, and today I would like to talk to you about one-shot characters.
Finally, is it my turn? Is it my time?
Oh, so you mean like Gilda? Man, I really hate Gilda. Have I ever mentioned that I really hate Gilda?
Besides, in every other video you're in, no. Hi, Robin. You want to explain how you got in here?
Oh, Canned, if you knew that, it would take away all the fun. All I can say is that Mecha A&Y is really fun to pilot. Oh, I was not supposed to tell you that. Anyway, one-shot characters. Interesting topic. I guess I could talk about it with you.
Tactical change of subject, but sure, you're already here. And since you already mentioned Gilda, we might as well start there.
So as many people may or may not know, Gilda was, in my opinion, the worst character on the show, only to be matched by Trenderhoof in Season 4, but we'll get to that. The reason I didn't like her wasn't that she was uninteresting or that she was a change of pace. No, I didn't like her because her potential was wasted from being a cool foil to RD and or Pinky, and being an interesting look at the mythology of the world, to being an annoying stereotype of teenagers and bullies. Sometimes I need to make my points clearer. But anyway, she could have been a really great character if given more time to develop. How about you, CC?
Time to develop is the problem when it comes to these, so far, one-time characters. Even assuming a character is given every single minute of a 22-minute episode, that's still a very short amount of time to develop the kind of complexity that most would likely be comfortable with.
But Canned, if the problem is that we don't have enough time to make a character, why are most of the Keybringers so well liked? This shouldn't make much sense, but Coco Bamel, Seabreeze, Silvershill, and of course Cheese Sandwich have become fan-favorite characters in the fanbase with only one episode. So my question is, why are some characters like Gilda and Trenderhoof hated, yet the Keybringers are better with the same or even less screen time?
It is true that for every cheese sandwich there is a Trenderhoof, but I think it's important to look at exactly how these characters are presented within their respective episodes. Of all the characters you've named, none of them were ever really presented as straight-up villains, or even true antagonists. Now, it's true that at points, Silvershill, Cheese Sandwich, and even Coco to a minor point were working against the main six at some point, but it was never in a cruel or even intentional way. Heck, even Trenderhoof was not out to actually hurt or harm anyone. True, the man was something of a self-centered idiot, but it wasn't out of any malice on his part. Certainly not to the extent of, say, Gilda or Blue Blood. Where I think the key moment comes in, no pun intended, is their redemption at the end of the episode, or lack thereof. By the end, Cheese, Coco, Silver, and Seabreeze reconciled with their respective character foils. There was no bad blood left between them, and to an extent, nothing really left for the viewer to dislike, at least in a broad sense. Other characters like Gilda never got this moment. Maybe that's why you hate her as much as you do, Robin.
You could also say that the reason the Keybringers are more liked is because they have a special connection to the main six and their traits are opposite at the beginning, making almost them an anti-main six. But each character is redeemed at the end and give the retrospective main six their key, playing to the overall narrative at large here. Gilda and Trenderhoof don't have a major role in the grand scheme of the story here, but Blue Blood is another idea. He was built up in the Ticketmaster, and in the Triple G episode, he was exactly what we didn't want to see. But he works in the way that he played into the story of the episode, with the main six's best night ever being an absolute fail. I kinda think Blue Blood works from a narrative perspective, but he's so hated for that reason. So if they made Cheese Sandwich a villain... Wait, was that a point, or are my fanfics just coming out? Never mind. The point is, the character has to have some purpose in the grand narrative, or else they're just irrelevant to anything that's going on in the episode.
I'd argue that relevance is irrelevant. Certainly it makes for a better episode, but when it comes to the characters, that's a horse of a different color. Pun intended. At no point has Derpy, Vinyl Scratch, Octavia, Carrot Top, Lyra, or Bonbon ever really been relevant, yet that never hurt their popularity. And heck, if you want to just stick with one-time characters, then, if it pleases the court, allow me to submit Button Mash as my Exhibit A. The kid gets a grand total of, 3 seconds of screen time, and that's all it took for him to earn his own legion of fan art, shipping, and a wonderful series sadly cut down before its prime. I have to wonder if those one-time characters are being evaluated and judged by the fandom inside of some kind of vacuum.
Objection! Man, I've been holding out on those. Anyway, my point is somewhat validated when you think about your argument on background ponies is irrelevant, due to those personas being fan-created. What I'm arguing on my point is that characters that are introduced in that episode, and are in that episode only, need to have some relevance to the plot that make them good characters in that episode. Button Mash only had 3 seconds, which gave him an idea about a potential character, but it's the fans who gave us the character we see in Button's adventure. Derpy was in Rainbow Falls, the only episode that gives her some real focus. Makes it work by also keeping her important to show that this team is destined to fail. If you want more information, watch Nikki v MLP's Scene Defender on it to understand my point.
Objection! I don't actually object, I just really wanted to do that. It's fun.
Continue.
I do concede that you make a fair point when it comes to the episode and how vital their role in them plays, but I do think that you and I agree on one point. After a character has their episode, it then falls to the fandom itself to continue to breathe life into that character, to flesh out the parts we see or explain what the episode does not.
Well, I guess that's our thoughts on one-off characters. Please remember to leave your thoughts down below, and until next time, stay... Ow! I thought I could say the intro.
No, you are not properly trained. And, as always, stay Tony, my friends. Wait. Oh, son of a...
Until next time, stay pony, my friends! Anyway, my point has some validity when you think... What? Validity! Okay, Canned, listen to me here. You gotta make this the end credits thing. Just put in my bloopers, because I have so many now. Validity. That's the best one. Okay, I'm gonna just start this whole line over.